Hello students, welcome to Optics Anand Tutorials. Today I would like to explain the semiconductor physics. This is the second unit for the applied physics. Okay, in the applied physics for BTech first year students. Okay, so you can see my classes in my YouTube channel. If BTech students want to see, you can see that. Okay, if intermediate students want to see, you can see that. Okay, regarding intermediate and BTech, okay, each and every topic I would like to explain. Okay, many of the topics have been completed. Okay, so you can see, yeah. So today most of the students are asking me, and they are keeping messages, okay, in the comment section. Sir, please provide a PDF notes regarding semiconductor physics or applied physics. Okay, and if I just giving the only PDF format, so you cannot understand clearly. So whatever I am going to explaining each and every important topics, you watch this video and then I will send the PDF notes. Otherwise, you cannot understand clearly. Okay, if you don't have any concept, if you don't know any concept, how can we prepare? It's not possible. Yeah. Okay, this topic regarding introduction to the semiconductor physics, already I made a video. You can see that. You can go to the playlist and you can see in applied physics. You will search. Okay, if you search, then you will get my first topic regarding this second unit, semiconductor physics. Today onwards, I would like to explaining only important topics. Important topics. You can see that. So before going to see the important topics, we must know what are the solids, what are the different solids, what are the categories of the solids. So there are solids are divided into two types based on arrangement. Okay, we know that they are what is amorphous and crystalline solids. Amorphous and crystalline. So these are the dividing of solids into two categories based on, okay, based on this is melting point, we can say based on melting point or based on arrangement. So when we see these different types of solids based on energy band, okay, based on energy band, so based on electricity also, based on electricity, they are of three categories or three types. We can say that is conductors, insulators and semiconductors. So if you understand the band gap structure of these solids, insulators, okay, of these conductors, insulators and semiconductors, each and every point in the semiconductor physics, in the third chapter, in the fourth chapter, you will definitely understand each and every point. Many of the students won't have the knowledge based on this energy band gap structure. Okay, so let us try to understand very clearly about the energy band structures. So if you see the conductors, I don't want to explain the conductors because we know that conductor nothing but okay, it's a material which directly or which we can say which allows the flow of current through itself is yes or no. But each and every material or atom consisting two blocks, they are called conduction band and valency band. So already in the previous notes we can see what is the conduction band and valency band. You can see here valency band nothing but it is an energy band which contains the outermost valency electrons. The conduction band nothing but it is an allowed energy band next to the valency band. So after valency band we will get the conduction band. Now what is mean by forbidden gap? Yeah, forbidden gap nothing but it is a gap between conduction band and valency band, okay, and which is act as some neutral. Okay, for example, if you want to send the particles or electrons or charged particles from valence band to conduction band, so the forbidden gap is restrict. Okay, na? or makes like a friction or opposites. So that's why we need to know this valency band, conduction band and forbidden gap. It is an energy band between the valency and conduction band. The energies in this band are forbidden. Forbidden nothing but hidden. So not allowed for the electron to rise the electrons from valence band to conduction band. The energy equivalent to the forbidden energy gap has to be supplied to the electrons. Okay, ఇది అర్థం కావాలంటే ఒకసారి చూడండి మీరు. సో ఇది చూడండి అన్న జాగ్రత్త వినండి, ఇట్స్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, యూ కెన్ సీ ఇట్. యా, అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ కండక్షన్ band, okay, and this is valency band, and there is a gap is there now, and this gap is what? Forbidden gap. Forbidden gap, or we can say for Fermi energy, yeah, that can be measured in energy. And there is no gap is provided between conduction band and valency band, you can see, and they are overlapped to each other. Okay, for example, yeah, in the previous class also I have explained in the introduction. Okay, and this is CB nothing but a conduction band, this is VB nothing but a valency band, and there is a gap is there now. So this gap is provides in insulators and semiconductors, but whereas okay, no gap is provided between in a conductors. Okay, this is conduction band and valency band, no gap is there, you can see that. Okay, both are very close to each other, there is no gap is provided. So that is why these conductors are simply allows the flow of current through itself. Whenever we are giving some external applied external energy for that material, simply we can move makes the electrons from valence band to conduction band, because there is no gap, the forbidden gap is almost zero. So and this is the definition of valency band, conduction band and forbidden energy gap. Okay, clear? Now let us move to the next. You can see that. Okay, you can see that. Yeah, you see that. Yeah, I should rub this. Yeah, okay. And you can see this. There is a conduction band and valency band. Okay, the gap between conduction band and valency band is there, that is nearly equal to 5 electron volts. So this is for insulators. Okay, na nearly equal to 5 electron volts or more than 5 electron volts, that's why insulators does not allow the flow of current through itself. ఓకే, కరెంట్ను అలో చేసుకోవు. ఎందుకు అలో చేసుకోవాలంటే వ్యాలెన్సీ బాండ్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఓకే ఎలక్ట్రాన్ హోల్ పేర్స్ లేకుంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ కండక్షన్ బాండ్లోకి వెళ్తేనే అప్పుడు ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్గా మారిపోతాయి. వెన్ the electrons are moved from valency band to conduction band, then the material is said to be free. ఫ్రీగా ఉన్నటువంటి ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఎప్పుడైనా కరెంటును అలో చేసుకుంటాయి. సో దట్స్ వై హియర్ ద ఫర్బిడెన్ గ్యాప్ ఎనర్జీ is very more. Okay, that's why even we apply much electric field also, much energy if we give, no charges will move from valency band to conduction band. Okay, and this valency band and this is conduction band. So that's the reason insulator does not allow the flow of current through itself. Okay, so the free electrons are absent. Right, now if you see this one, okay, semiconductor. So this is the energy band diagram structure, semiconductors. In semiconductors, so you can see the gap between the conduction band and valency band is approximately 1 electron volts. So that's why in the beginning nothing but at 0 Kelvin temperatures the semiconductors act as a insulator. Clear? Now okay, insulator. Right, so this is the knowledge makes us to understand the further videos. Okay, so I am closing here. watch this video and come to the next class. Definitely you will understand each and every important question which is helpful for the examination. Okay, thank you for much watching this video, and you may get some knowledge, okay, when you follow me and when you follow my classes regularly. Thank you so much.